We're live and we're together.
Together at last.
I look so shiny. My goodness. I did moisturize this morning.
Shiny, happy people. Is that how it goes?
I don't know. Well, today we have a very special episode planned.
Yes,
I'm only
we
going to
do.
look at you on the screen because this
Right.
is not my good side.
This is my good side, so I should look at you here.
Yeah, and I'll just look at you in the monitor.
Yeah.
We have a very special episode for y'all today.
You look older from this angle.
Stop. Quite as well preserved as one Mr.
Keeper over here.
Anyway, today we have a very special episode. It is our season finale, basically.
It's our series finale.
Yes.
This is the final episode
Yes.
of Tuesday, Thursday, April, August.
That's right.
And we'll tell you more about that after the opening credits. Say it.
After a brief message from our
live from New York.
sponsors.
Say that.
Live from New York, it's Thursday morning, Queens.
Tuesday, Thursday, April, August.
Time heals everything. It's a song. Time heals everything.
Good morning, dear Kenneth.
Kenneth Alfonso, earlier viewer. So
Friend of the pod.
we made it from Tuesday to Thursday and from April to August.
That's right. We did what we set out to do.
And so we've loved doing this show. The show is ending, and we're coming back with a new show on Tuesday, August 18th. It's going to be at noon Eastern time.
Yes.
And it will still be on the BroadwayWorld Facebook and the Broadway Podcast Network YouTube channel. And it's going to be a 60-minute show every Tuesday at noon. And it's called...
It is called Next Year, Some Year.
Next Year, Some Year. Time Heals Everything. It's a song.
Time is everything. Dun, 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 dun. So it's, everything's the same, except we're at noon now, so our West Coast friends can tune in live. And
hopefully it's not too late for our South African fans to stay up more.
And I don't know what time it is in Norway, but we're really big in Norway.
But
right
Norway
now,
is
so.
different anyway. It's like summertime, so it's like always daytime in Norway.
Hey, Taryn.
I don't think that's true.
Sean.
Sean.
Oh, hello, Sean.
And we have to give a special shout out to our friends, the Lupone Dolls.
Yes.
Everyone follow the Lupone Dolls on Instagram. They did the fabulous, sweet deep fake of Patty and Bernadette together for our Together at Last series finale.
That's right. It was so, I actually believed it at first. You sent it to me. I was
Me
like,
too.
wait, when was this taken?
Me too. I want to say that the Lupone Dolls did such a good job with that photo because they found pictures of Patty and Bernadette actually making faces that they would make in a photo with each other. You know, like Bernadette is very like, oh, okay,
Yes.
okay. And Patty's like, okay, take the picture.
Take the picture, doll.
Yeah. And also they're like color coordinated and it's just very, very well done.
I love it.
And
I look at you now.
I was worried. Dear friend of the pod, former podcast guest Richard J. Alexander, said that I'm brave to post that photo. Like that Patty and Bernadette would be. You're very welcome. That Patty and Bernadette would be pissed. And I said, I'm not worried about Patty and Bernadette being pissed. I'm worried about the other Patty Lupone fan accounts being angry that we're giving so much love to Lupone Dolls today.
Funny.
But I love all the Patty
love all
Lupone
of
fan
them.
accounts.
That's right.
Actually, and I'm a little worried that Betty Buckley might be pissed because I didn't have her in the picture. And but you know, we love Betty.
We love Betty.
Betty's the only team player out of those three broads.
Betty Lynn Buckley.
Well, maybe we should go to the all beef patty.
Yeah, let's go to the all beef patty. Here we go.
I hardly know the woman.
I am so angry. I was so angry when I heard Cheryl Ladd say that she did a TV show, so now she can headline on Broadway. You don't headline on Broadway. You headline in Vegas. Anyone? It's a Patty Lupone interview from the early 80s. That's the truth. So
What's wrong, Patty? Something about
Cheryl Ladd. Oh, you know what? I want to say Patty Lupone and Bernadette Peters. I know you guys are watching. Fuck you both. for not just getting together and creating like the wish song of Zanhara. What am I thinking of? Like the sword of Damocles.
Shannara.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, you could like raise a lot of money. They could like cure cancer or AIDS or like COVID-19. Alba Shalom. If but I don't even know what that means. But if they would do like, you know, a two-hander, you know what I'm talking about? Like
a two-hand job.
Like two-hand job. Like you know, if they were to do our 10-year-old son loves us. Oh, that's sweet. I'll try to watch the language.
Yeah.
If they would get together and do a concert, you know, it really could be historic. And you know, they're both holding up very well for women in their 70s, but you know, their voices aren't getting any better from here. I think we can all agree on that. So like, why not just like, you know, put a suture in the, stop the hemorrhaging and get this thing on tape. We all know they're going to do it someday. God willing, they should live that long. We should all live that long. But you know, if they're still alive and healthy in their 90s, they'll be like, all right, tell the bitch I'll do the concert on Zoom.
Oh my God. I'm so mad because Joanne's vodka stinger beat me to it. I was about to say, it's just like when Betty and Joan did Baby Jane. They were, you know, rivals. Everyone never thought they'd work together. Then they did it. And
yes, but this is the first, you know how like we're always like, I want Elaine Stritch to be Mame. And they're like, Mame has to be in her late 30s. And we're like, I hate patriarchy. You know, this is the first time it works in our favor. Betty and Joan, everyone thinks they were like the crypt keeper or whatever. Betty and Joan were like 42 when they made that movie.
Right.
Okay? So Patty and Bernadette are way past time to
But they could still do Baby Jane.
Oh, for sure. I'm just saying, like, it's time. It's fucking time, you know? And actually, I had said a few months ago that one of my dreams had been for Patty and Bernadette and Betty Buckley to do a three-hander, the three divas, three belters, kind of like the three tenors.
Yeah.
And Betty had commented on my post, you should produce it, Ben. And I just want to say for the record, I would rather die.
I'd rather die.
Never. And maybe that's the problem. Maybe there are a lot of people out there that could get the job done, but they just know better, you know?
Right.
So maybe what it needs is like one person to produce Patty, one person to produce Betty, one person to produce Bernadette.
They each have their separate directors.
Like a therapist to like negotiate with the William Morris office, you know?
Yeah.
I don't, you know, it would take a lot. But anyway, but because Betty posted that very nice supportive comment on my idea, I think it's safe to say that the problem here is Patty and Bernadette. And, you know, I think it's time that they need to get over it. You know, yes, Bernadette got a lot of opportunities that Patty really deserved more than Bernadette and would have done better. But that's not Bernadette's fault. You know, Patty shouldn't hold that against Bernadette. And yes, Patty was a total bitch about it for years and years when Bernadette would have never said anything in public like Patty was saying. But that's who Patty is. You know, if you cut off like Patty's like mouthpiece to like say crap about who she's mad at, she wouldn't have been good in Evita, Gypsy, and Sweeney Todd. Like, you gotta like, you know, big dogs gotta eat.
That's right.
So let's just like stop all the bullshit. Nobody has to behave or pretend to act like they're really, you know, Liz Calloway, Rebecca Luker, and Kelly O'Hara. That's all. That's not what we're looking for. We want the bitches to come out and just be their nasty, what did Trump call
nasty women?
Nasty women. That's what she called. Three nasty women.
Three nasty women.
You know, Mama's talking loud.
But don't you think if Bernadette like really ingratiated herself to Patty and gave her top billing and just like, you know, kind of like, I feel like what Christine Ebersol decided to do when they did Warp, and I feel like Christine was just like, you're like, Patty, I'm just gonna let you do your thing. I'm gonna stay out of your way.
I do think so. I can just see Patty being like, well, you know, I'll have lunch with Bernadette, but I won't agree to the concert until we talk because I have some issues, you know. And then like I could see after the lunch, Patty being like, no, she wasn't cold at all.
Yeah,
it's very nice. She's, you know, she's a lovely girl.
She's a lovely girl.
She's a lovely girl. We'll do it.
Lovely woman. Well, I love that so much, and now that's all I'm thinking about. But I guess Patty would be Baby Jane. She would be the Betty Davis role, and then Bernadette would be the Joan.
Oh, that's like a whole episode into itself.
It is. Although I do think Bernadette would be a really good Baby Jane because she just has kind of a baby voice.
What's the other one? Jane and Blanche?
Baby and Blanche.
We could do Jane Blanche concert kill. It's the new segment.
Jane Blanche kill. Now that would take some doing.
I would love that. Although I really think of Patty as a Velma and Bernadette as a Roxy.
Yes, very that.
You know,
I love that. Okay, so speaking of other people,
I guess Betty's Mama Morton in that. She would sing the fuck out of it.
Or she could be Billy. She could just be the gender reverse.
I think she did that in her Amen, The Boys of Broadway.
Okay, so someone else I would love to see play any of those roles, frankly, is my next, is our Who Do You Think You Are next segment.
Was she a Roxy?
I'm sure at some point.
She should be.
Okay.
I was muted!
Okay, so for today's Who Do You Think You Are, I have chosen a clip that I found on the WW dot. And it is friend of the plot. No, I'm just kidding. It's Melora Hardin.
We can get her. We can get her.
I'm so obsessed with Melora Hardin.
Actually, let's make her a guest on the new.
Yes. Okay.
We're gonna have Melora
Hardin. You heard
Hardin.
her first. She's gonna be our guest on next year some year.
I don't care whose dick Daniel has to suck to get her.
I'll suck Melora's dick, whatever. But she is my favorite part right now at The Office. I'm doing a rewatch.
Me too.
As we both are.
I'm having a Kathy Bates moment. I might even take back my feelings on her and Annie. Just kidding.
I thought you liked Kathy in The Office always, though.
I always liked her in The Office, but right now I'm like, is she actually the star of this whole series?
Kathy Bates, Steve Carell, The Office.
Literally.
But yeah, I'm just so into Melora as Jan this go round because I think she plays such like a good. At the beginning, she's kind of the straight man to Michael Scott, but then as it progresses, it's like they really lean into her like weird neuroses and craziness, and she just is so fabulous. So anyway, I found this clip of her singing "Mother Knows Best." What are you doing?
I'm trying to not be so short.
I made you short. I found this clip of her singing "Mother Knows Best" from. Rapunzel? What's the Disney one? Tangled.
She was in that?
No, but this is just her doing a cover. Here we go.
As fragile as a flower, still a little sapling just a sprout. You know why we stay up in this tower? That's right, to keep you safe and sound, dear. Guess I always knew this day was coming. Knew that soon you'd want to leave the nest. Soon, but not yet. Shh, trust me, pet. Mother knows
Just be like
best.
big announcement. Oh my god, I can't live a lot of these.
Mother knows
Basic
best.
ass.
Listen to your mother. It's a scary world out there. Mother knows best. One way or another, something will go wrong, I swear. Ruffians, thugs, poison ivy, quicksand, cannibals and snakes. The plague, yes. Also large bugs, men with pointy teeth. And stop no more, it'll just upset me. Mother's right here. Mother will protect you. Darling, here's what I suggest. Skip the drama, stay with Mama. Mama knows best.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I cannot get over that. I mean, first of all, it's so Jan from The Office.
It's so jazzy.
And I like to think the person filming it is her assistant Hunter. But yeah, she just commits to it. You know, it's like a little music video. What?
Just reminded me when you say music theater.
Music theater, musical video, musical theater. Michelle, I also love a tiara in the garden.
I mean, okay, like.
Oh, hi, Lauren. My BFF, Lauren.
Oh, hi,
Cupcake
Guys. Wait, is that the girl on your tank?
No.
No, I'm the girl on the tank, Bernadette, as Evelyn Nesbitt. There was a time.
That was the time.
I want to comment on so many elements of that video,
Yes.
but I feel like I don't have the context because I don't know that Disney sing-along series. Like, I feel like there's things I might be being like, oh, classic Melora, that are actually like that whole series.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to like accuse her of being too much of a douche.
Yeah.
When like that's the whole how like do they all wear sneakers? Are they all filmed on that location?
Yeah.
Like
I don't think they all wear sneakers, but I have to investigate more into the series, but she also go back and watch the whole thing. She does like a whole intro about the song and why she loves it. And as you all know, and Kenneth said, Donna Murphy was the voice of the witch in Tangled, and she also played the witch in Into the Woods.
Yes, she
did. At Central Park. The famous role created by one Miss Bernadette Peters.
But offered first to Ms. Patty LuPone.
I want to play Cinderella! Anyway, so yes, I love Melora, love Jan. She was also in Transparent, which I always forget.
Fabulous.
She played like unrecognizable, just like
I recognized her.
Pixie, lesbian, fabulous.
Fabulous.
Anyway, so that was the Who Do You Think You Are, our final one. I don't know if we're going to talk about it, but we're thinking of some new segments for the new show.
Yeah.
Like we said, it's an hour.
If anybody has a passionate case to make about which of our current segments we must keep, or
That's
ideas for new segments or current segments that you think the heave-ho, feel free to let us know. You can email Daniel and just kidding, don't email him. You can just comment on our post. It gets us more traction.
Anything you want.
And the algorithm.
The algorithm. Anyway.
The rhythm of Al Gore.
The reason Ben and I are together, we should say, is because we're about to go on a little trip together. We're going to the beach today.
We are. Well, I don't know if we're going to the beach today. We're going to
Not
Fire
today.
Island.
We're going to Fire Island today. And so I came over to his house so we can get in the car right after and make the ferry, because last time we did not make the ferry.
True that.
So like we said, we're not going to be here this next week, but
yeah, so
take
the
a little
new
break.
show premieres on Tuesday the 18th.
Yes.
We will have a new podcast episode this week, though. We're going to be quarantine streaming my favorite Judy Garland movie,
yes.
I Could Go On Singing.
Oh my God, I just panicked. I was like, wait, did I bring that? Yes, I did bring it. I backed it.
Good girl.
So yes, we're going to do that. What else? How are things in your Evita cult Facebook group?
Oh, the Evita cult. Well, something exciting happened to me in my Evita journey this week.
Go on.
Well, I had somebody, how did this come up for me again? Oh, because, so somebody posted this amazing link to this Evita fan site that it must be from like earlier in like the century.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really thorough, cool site that has like incredibly detailed commentary and trivia and, I'll be Patty. Thank you, Taryn. We know you like that. And commentary and trivia, photos, reviews, et cetera, from the entire history of Evita, from the concept recording through the original production and productions on the West End, down on Broadway, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I got a lot of information I didn't already have. One thing that was there was a copy of the original libretto for the London stage production. We talked about this a little before, in the sense that it's always fascinating to me that so many things a person might assume were changed for Broadway, because the fans that know the Evita via the albums didn't hear those changes on the London cast recording, which was highlights only. But a lot of them were, almost all of them were made for the stage adaptation. It was the stuff that Hal Prince, by the way, there was a fascinating discussion about the Hal Prince input to the project and the famous 3-page letter that he wrote Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice after listening to the concept album. A lot of fascinating discussion about Evita in general on Tim Rice's podcast on the Broadway Podcast Network.
I didn't know
it's that. New. It's newish. Everybody should listen to it. It's so incredible. Anyway, but so I was looking at this and I saw something that I remembered seeing in a book about the musical from years ago, which was the lyric, instead of screw the middle classes, fuck the middle classes.
Oh, wow.
And I'd always been like, how funny, because Julie Covington on the concept album sang screw the middle classes. And of course, Patty sang that on Broadway in every production since then, in the movie and all that. And I will share the link, Caroline. I don't remember the name of the site. But you know, of course, it's like a weird thing. It's like geocities.9379 / musicals / you know, Evita with 2 eyes, or I don't know, you know. But anyway, So I had always wondered if Elaine had sung Fuck the Middle Classes. And then a few years ago, I finally got a complete bootleg of Evita on stage on the West End with the original London cast. And Elaine was singing Screw the Middle Classes on that. But this made me think about it again. So I posted the question on the Evita Facebook group, where some of the members include eventual Evitas in the original production, like Susanna Fellows and Jackie somebody. Susanna Fellows was, I believe, the original Ava alternate, or one of the original Ava alternates or understudies. But, and also Mark Ryan, who originated the role of Magaldi on the West End and then later replaced as Che. But, they only knew it as Screw, but I believe it was Mark, maybe it was somebody else, posted a copy of their first rehearsal script they were given, which had, in the old-fashioned typewriter, fuck with like a line through it and Screw typed over it. So
Don't you wish Patty would have just said fuck?
Well, I started thinking about it because, of course, annoyingly, this could be an obvious Patty unto itself, everybody had to comment on my post all about, like, not censorship in some sort of, like, political way, but just everyone assumes that, like, oh, well, they wanted fuck, and that was the best artistic choice, and I don't know if they were saying it was the best artistic choice, but everybody assumed that the creator's intention was fuck, and they were somehow had to be censored not to say the F word. I mean, and that may have been true, but that really wasn't what I was. First of all, if that is true, I don't care. That's so boring and not interesting to me, whether the F word was censored in the original production of Evita. I'm much more interested in the artistic reasons why they might or might have preferred that or not. And also, one thing I just kept thinking was you can go, screw the middle classes, you know, but can you go, fuck the middle? It doesn't quite, like, you can't quite land on the word fuck as well, you know? But so somebody suggested that I pose the question to Tim Rice on Twitter, and I did. And
I did.
Thank you, Annie. Oh wait, is she named Annie in the First Wives Club, just like Annie Hall?
And just like her daughter's name in Father of the Bride.
Not quite just. Anyway,
Annie. Maybe send a hanging plant.
I sent a hanging plant to Tim Rice.
Helping people through a buffet.
Stop it.
Our new segment, Eileen Heckert says.
Yes, we should.
Sorry,
too many interruptions. Can't remember what I was talking about.
Well, then now's a good time to go to our final segment.
Tim basically said that they thought the word might just, he couldn't really remember. It wasn't that enjoyable. If you really care, follow me on Twitter. You can find me reposting.
Oh my God. We got to keep this train on the track.
I can't wait to come back with my new show next year somewhere featuring my fabulous co-host, Jason Powell.
Jason Powell. Okay, so our final segment of our final episode, season series finale, Tuesday, Thursday, April, August, Dolly Concert Kill, DCK if you're nasty. Send them in. You know what to do. Kenneth is at the ready.
All right.
Oh my God, I love a Mary blank DCK. Mary Stuart Masterson, Mary Louise.
Are you able to do this one? I don't know if you are.
Yeah, you have to do this.
I feel like Mary.
I wish it would have been.
I feel like Mary Louise's Mastrantonio is not in your wheelhouse. Well, Mary Louise's Mastrantonio is in my wheelhouse because she was Kevin Kline's major partner, subsequent to Patti LuPone, prior to Phoebe Cates. And I saw her as Aldonza in Man of La Mancha with Brian Stokes Mitchell. And I wished against her when she and Kevin Kline were supposedly going to star in Kevin Kline in Kiss Me Kate on Broadway.
Kiss Me Kevin.
Actually, I think that was in Central Park.
Oh yes, they are rolling in.
Mary Louise Parker and Mary Stuart Masterson. Okay, I of those people want to see. God, those are not very good choices for Dolly Levi. I guess. I mean, I saw Mary Stuart Masterson in 9. She wasn't terrible, but she wasn't Dolly Levi. Mary Louise Parker is so wrong for Dolly, but at least I wouldn't be bored. Mary Louise Mastrantonio, I do not think has the musical comedy prowess one would like to see. So I guess I will say Louise Parker, Dolly. It's going to be weird. You're not going to like it. Maybe Daniel Fish can direct it. And Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio in concert because at least she's got the vocal chops. And Mary Stuart Masterson, Nana, be on your own.
Alrighty. Okay, Joanne's Vodka Stinger, Bernadette, Carol Burnett, and Reinking. I'm so glad you asked. I want to see. I guess I want to see Anne Reinking as Dolly, and I want to see a Carol Burnett 70s concert. Sorry, kill Bernie.
I'm not tall enough for this segment.
All right, friend of the pod, Dan Fortune.
Oh.
Coming in with the Lenas. Lena Horne, Lena Hall, Lena Dunham. Well.
I believe this is my turn.
It's your turn, but
I would like
we're
to
on the same page.
see. I don't know that we are. I don't think we are, most likely. Oh, I guess we kind of have to be. I want to see Lena Horne as Dolly, Lena Hall in concert, and Lena Dunham. I will always enjoy this TV series Girls streaming forever.
Okay, Kevin Kline, Tom Hanks, Steve Martin. Okay, picture the red dress. Picture the red dress.
You're so about the dress.
Well, it's more about the photos. I need to see who would look really good in those photos.
I think this is actually pretty easy.
Tom Hanks, Dolly.
Interesting.
You're not gonna like this. Steve Martin concert, kill Kevin Kline.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay, calm down. Okay.
Mine, sorry. Blanche Devereaux, Dorothy Zbornak, Rose.
No, wait. I do that one. You do this one.
Fine. Dixie Carter, Delta Burke, Annie Potts. This is tricky. It's tricky. Okay. I'm going to play it safe and say Annie Potts Dolly instead of Delta Burke. I kind of would rather see Delta Burke,
Yeah.
but I know that Annie Potts would be great on Broadway because, well, actually, Delta Burke replaced in Millie. I still kind of feel like, yeah, okay. Delta Burke, Dolly, Dixie Carter in concert because my friend of the pod, James Gavin, who wrote the definitive book on New York cabaret intimate nights and great books, said that Dixie Carter's cabaret shows were the best he ever saw, and I never saw her. And I guess that means kill Annie Potts. I'm really sorry. I love you.
All right. Dorothy Zbornak. Ooh, actually. No, I want Blanche Devereaux Dolly, boots the house down. I want an evening with Dorothy Zbornak at the Rusty Anchor.
She's going to that
Kill Rose
St. Olaf
Island.
in the sky.
That's right, St. Olaf in the sky. Yes, I agree. We've never had those, I don't think.
We've
Okay.
never had somebody comment in the comments to somebody else's comment.
I love it. I love it. We will be your whatever you call it, your messenger. You know, we'll connect the peeps.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Okay, this is for you, the Lauras.
The Lauras. Okay. I would like to. Oh, this is difficult. I mean, I do have to kind of stick with my guns because I've always felt that Benanti would be a great Dolly.
Yeah.
Well, she has been in her youth in
high school.
And whose keys did she say she sang it in?
The key of B, Arthur? I don't know.
No, she said it was like up the octave the same way that some famous person did.
Well, yeah.
June Allison.
I'm gonna drive again.
So then Laura Osnes, I think, has one of the most glorious voices, and I would really like to hear it. But I feel like Laura Bell Bundy would actually do like a fantastic, fabulous, fascinating evening.
Work.
So I guess I'm gonna have to go with Bell Bundy.
Okay, and finally, Daniel Sadowski. Well, kill myself, and then I have to see Ben as Dolly, boots the house down, and then I'll do an evening with Seth Rudetsky and Daniel Nolen. You know, and I'll tell stories from my legendary career.
That's permissible.
No, I'm just kidding. Seth Rudetsky in concert, preferably with Patty.
No, Seth. That's not how this works. You don't get a guest star. You have to commit to Seth Rudetsky.
Well, it's in however you want to see them, and I want to see him with a guest star.
Oh, okay. So I could choose, fucking Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio with special guest Elaine Stritch.
Of course, sure, whatever you want. It's the final episode. No, all rules, bets are off.
Final episode of Tuesday, Thursday, April, August. It's not the final episode of Dolly Concert Kill. Or is it?
Stay tuned. All right, did I get all of them? Oh, I missed this. I missed this male lineup.
James Earl Jones, Barry White, Morgan Freeman. Well, I guess I want to see James Earl Jones as Dolly. I think he'd be really wonderful. And then, I'm sorry, Morgan, but I got to see Barry White in concert. Fun fact, I went to elementary school with Barry White's daughter, Shahara White, and she was fabulous.
I love me some that. All right, guys. Well, this is it. Thank you for sticking with us these past few months.
Let's do it. You be Bernadette, I'll be Patty.
Tuesday, Thursday, April, August.
Time heals everything. It's a song.
Time heals everything.
Tuesday, Thursday, April, August.
Time heals everything. It's a song. And time heals everything.